by Riverside.
Hey, everybody, how we doing? You know who it is. It's your boy, the Birdman. Do it with me one time. That's right. It's the Birdman, and I'm back again, another week. And I just, I'm excited about this new episode coming up tonight, 6 p.m. Central Time. And real quick, you're hearing the sounds in the background. That's from my boy Tabby. He's just a phenomenal beat master. One of the number one. He was ranked, I think, number one on playlist for rap beats and hip hop instrumentals. Spotify's Submit Beats. You can also catch him on his IG channel. Our IG page at Tabby, and that's Trabby at TRABBEY. So if you need some instrumental beats, you can hit him up on his IG page. I got a few other people you can probably hit up if you just need some instrumental beats, but it is what it is. I want to thank Tabby for this beat. But let's talk about what's going to go on tonight. So tonight we're having our another episode of the Birdman Show. I know. We're excited about it. But we're having another episode of the Birdman Show. If you did not get a chance to see or check out the last episode of the Birdman Show, we did an episode and we talked about the murder of Junko Furuta. I think that's how you say her name. It's Junko, or Junko, depending on, I guess, where you're at. But Junko, it was a hard episode, mainly because of the emotions attached to it, with everything she had to endure. And I know for myself personally, I have daughters, I have female cousins. For my co-host, Big Sam, he thought, about his sister. For our other co-host, Ace. He thought about his daughters, and his sister. He's thought about a lot of stuff, and it was hard because just to hear some of the things that this young lady had to endure, it was hard because unless you're just not human, you start thinking about, when you hear stuff like that, you think about the people you love and care about, and them possibly having to go through something like that, and it was tough, but it was a good episode. We enjoyed it. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, you can check out the video version of the podcast on the YouTube channel, which is at Birdman Show Podcast 9643. And of course, like always, I will include the link to that. And if you want to listen to the audio version of that, you can check that out on our Spotify channel. So yeah, it's wow. It was like I said, it was tough. But the Spotify channel is the Birdman Show Podcast. So yeah, it was a great episode. And it was. I'm glad I got a chance to do it with two of the guys I love and respect. That I've been fortunate to have in my life. But it was a good show. But yeah, let's talk about this upcoming show. And before we do that, let's talk about Riverside. Now, if you've ever decided if you ever thought about wanting to do a podcast, especially a video podcast or even an audio podcast, you can use Riverside to do all of that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so today's show, and like every other show, is sponsored by and powered by Riverside.fm. The easiest way and only way to do a podcast. Well, maybe not the only way, but the only way I will ever do a podcast ever again. Riverside has amazing editing tools and an unmatched community of experts that will help you take your podcast to the next level. So if you want to learn more, check out the link that I have in the Tim Birdman Simpson Facebook profile. Take a flight with your boy Birdman and Riverside, and I'll see you in the clouds. All right. Now, this next episode we're going to be doing, which is tonight, 6 p.m. Central Time. If you saw my other video when I talked about the upcoming show, I goofed up and said Eastern Time. Don't ask me why. But I said Eastern Time at least 2 or 3 times. But it is Central Time. Okay, so 6 p.m. Central Time. It's the show tonight. And we're going to be talking about tattoos. Now, this was a topic that was brought up by one of our studio audience members. And I know you said studio audience members, but you're doing a podcast. This is correct. So I got a break from that to say this. If you are wanting to be part of the live studio audience for the Birdman Show, all you have to do is go to riverside.fm/studio/Birdman's -studio. That's riverside.fm/studio/Birdman with the S at the end, Birdman's, no apostrophe, -studio. Now, of course, I'll have a link for that in this video. But this studio artist member, she had brought up about tattoos, and she's wanting to get some tattoos. And work. You start thinking about work. What's accepted, what's not accepted. And so this sparked off this episode right here. So we're going to talk about tattoos. I've got a few myself. I know Ace has quite a few tattoos himself. I don't believe Big Sam has any. But I know he's thinking about getting some. But that's one thing, that I've always worried about when it comes to my tattoos, placement. What are the tattoos? Could they mean something? And that being said, because of which this conversation came up, I had some people reach out to me before the show and in the past about different tattoos. Well, I did some research on a few tattoos that I was very surprised about what I learned. And I plan on sharing that with everybody tonight on the episode, because some people with these tattoos, there's some tattoos that people are getting that I know are very popular tattoos, but they don't understand. Most people don't understand the meaning behind these tattoos. Some of them, they do, but there's a few that I didn't even know, and 2 of which I had actually planned on getting at some point in time in my life, which now I've definitely reconsidered that. But that information I plan on sharing tonight within the episode. So if you want to know that information, because I promise you this much. With the information I'm going to share with these tattoos, some of these tattoos, proper tattoos, you got to understand something. In some cases, it'll save you a lot of heartache, but in the extreme case, it could actually end up saving your life by not getting this tattoo. So you got to understand the what a tattoo really is, what it really means. Because if you're not careful, you go someplace and you're in the wrong part and someone sees that tattoo, you might be in some serious life-threatening situation, trouble type stuff. So definitely, if you want to know that information, tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Central Time. Tune in 6 p.m. tonight, Central Time, so that way you can hear that information. We will be, like I said, we'll be on our YouTube channel, which is at Birdman Show Podcast 9643. You can definitely catch us on the YouTube channel. Not YouTube channel, I'm sorry. Facebook page. You go on my Facebook page, which is Tim Birdman Simpson. I also have a Facebook group for the show called the Birdman Show. So you can definitely want to become part of that group, that family, that community, to learn more about the show, more about the hosts, and some of the things we're trying to do with the show. I am also on TikTok at Birdman Show. You can also catch Ace on his TikTok. I don't have it readily at this moment, but I will make sure that he includes his TikTok handle information within the show as well. If you have, like I said, if you want to, send us, maybe some subjects for topics. If you want to become a guest on the show yourself, or you just want to discuss some things, you can always email me at tbs.birdman@gmail.com. That's TBS, the Birdman Show, .birdman, that'd be me, @gmail.com. So I'm excited about the show. I'm looking forward to the show. I'm looking forward to continuing this with my co-hosts Big Sam and Ace, who are two gentlemen I love and respect greatly, and I'm very thankful to have them in my lives, along with other people that I've been blessed to be to come in contact with. So yeah, definitely come check out the show. It's gonna be fun, and let's do this. All right, come on, join your boy. Let's rock and roll.